Hi everyone, welcome to flosstube number 50. Again, it's going to be a vlog style video for my Arbitrary August. So every day I check in, I show you what I did the day before, and then together with you spin the Tiny Decisions app, and we'll see what I'm going to stitch on that day. Today is Sunday, the 23rd of August, so today is a full coverage day. Yesterday has been Saturday, which means a non-full coverage day, and I uploaded my last video. So yesterday for non-full coverage day, I stitched on Temperature Garden by Stitch and Mommy. Yeah, that's about what it's going to look like when it's done, because every flower petal resembles a day and the highest temperature that occurred that day. So it will not exactly look like the model stitch. I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So I did the last petal on this flower over here, and then I stitched this whole flower because it was a 6-day flower, so I did not need the next one. As always, I then stitched or backstitched the grass and flower stems, and so that's where I'm at right now. It was kind of funny, after those two really hot flowers, we got a quite cold day, and then it got warmer with every day, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm stitching this one on a 28 count even weave 1/1 full cross. The needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft, and that's where I'm at with that one. So getting close to a finish, or an August finish, and then moving on to the next one, so that's cool. Yeah, that's Temperature Garden. And then I moved on to Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. Around noon, I was hoping to finish my year-end goal, and was already thinking about what do I do when I'm done with my year-end goal. Do I check in again with you and spin the next one, or do I just work on my treble stitching? And then I met with some friends, and that was not going to happen anymore. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So I'm really happy with what I did. This is a 28 count cash shell linen in Haunted by Picture Displays. I'm stitching 2/2. I stitched all of those little motifs up here. I brought the 1-stitch borders around the corner. I stitched all the Krennic, and then I started backstitching, and I'm presently backstitching this bat over here. There's the thread still attached because the episode of my series was done, and I decided to pack it away, because if I would have started another episode to finish the thread, then there would have still been a lot of episode left, so I would have needed another thread, and that's a never-ending story. So I decided to just leave it and go to bed. So next time I stitch on this one, I will have to finish all the backstitch on all of those motifs up in here. This spiderweb is mirrored over here in that corner as well. And then there are missing all those beads, like around the pumpkin. So still quite some to do, but I think in about 3 or 4 hours that should be possible to finish. So yeah, if I would have stayed at home yesterday, I probably would have been able to finish it with no stitching time left, but I probably would have been able to finish that. But honestly, I just wanted to go out. With all that's going on, you're sitting at home more than normally, because I don't want to go out as much. But sometimes you just have to. So yeah, that's where I got to. And for my year-end goal, I have put down to start the picture below, so I will put 1 length of thread into the tree up in here. So yeah, 3 or 4 hours of work, and that one will be packed away for the rest of the year. The needleminder is from Denka Designs. I did not tell you that. So yeah, that's where I got to. I'm super proud. I'm super happy with what I did, and I love how they are turning out. Those motifs up in here, they are super cute, but in my opinion, not too cute, so that it takes away from the Halloween theme. It's a perfect mixture. So really, really happy with that. And it was fun stitching it. So yeah, that's been yesterday. So now let's see what I'm going to stitch on today. As I said, it's a full coverage day, so here is my full coverage wheel. Honestly, there are a few projects I don't want to stitch on. So I really hope for something I want to stitch on. So we'll see. If Mini Cinderella, if you saw my last videos, as soon as I click the button, Mini Cinderella gets blocked out sometimes, most times, close to always. So that means I'm going to spin again because I have not yet reached my yarn goal on that one. And it's blacked out again. As I told you, I don't know why this is happening. I really don't. But let's see. Okay. Again. Okay. The one that was spun before I liked more, but okay. It's a supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I get the project and then I show you. So this is supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale. The artwork is by Amy Stewart and charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's super big, therefore supersized. And I'm up here in the top left corner and have a small start. So this is where I'm at with that one. It's stitched on a 40 count 1/110 stitch. The needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft. I have started with the first book in here, and down here I have started the lantern. So very small piece of the whole thing. I think I'm at 0.3% of the whole thing with 3,000 stitches. So long way to go on this one. Big fabric, not super easy to handle. I'm presently stitching in this block over here. So next I'm going to move into the lantern, finish that diagonal. For my daily stitch count of 630 stitches, I will then start up in here again and move into this book a bit more. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully getting a bit more done than my 630, but honestly, with this one I'm happy if I reach the 630 because it's a lot of confetti, it's super small. It takes a lot of brain power to stitch on this one. I like how it's turning out. I actually love how it's turning out, and I love the finished piece, but it takes a lot of brain power. That's just the way it is. So yeah, there we go. I get started with stitching, so I hopefully finish my daily goal, and then I see you tomorrow morning. Till then, bye. Hi everyone, I'm back on Monday 24th of August with my progress on yesterday's project. Supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Artwork is by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I bring the picture a bit closer because it's super big and has a lot of details. I'm up in here, crossing through the lantern and up here through the first of the books. So I show you what I got done, and this is where I'm at right now, so I'm super happy. This one is stitched on 40 count Newcastle linen 1/110 stitch. The needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft, and last time we spoke I was, I think, up in here in this block. So I finished the diagonal and then started the next one, and I have started this block in here. So I did more than 700 stitches, which is super cool because I checked it. It's the first time I reached 630 stitches or more. on one day stitching on this one. Every time I stitched on this one, I have not reached my daily goal. So it's super cool to finally manage to do that. And last time I pointed out the lantern, so now you can see that one better. It's not yet completely stitched, but with all the parked threads, it looks like there's more than there is. And up in here, I continued with the book. You can see that one a bit better now too. But I can't wait to actually continue in the book over here to maybe finish the lantern. I can't wait for the owl. I can't wait for that one. Really want to stitch that, but we'll see. With the decision to start the next diagonal in the first block on the top, that means I'm not going to stitch page by page. Maybe I'm stitching shelf by shelf, or I'm going in my diagonals over the whole pattern. I have not yet decided that, but I'm sure I'm not going to stitch page by page. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Super happy with what I got done yesterday. And actually can't wait to get back to that one, but maybe not today. 2 days in a row. It's not really complex stitching, but I need some more brain power because it's a super tiny count. It's a lot of colors. So yesterday in this block, I think it was, I finished 6 or 7 colors, and in the sky, and then I had, or in the top of the sky, and in this star or brighter piece, and this one, and in the book below. There were like 50 stitches missing with 15 different colors. That's not super heavy confetti, but there's not a lot in there. So yeah, it takes a lot of brain power. It's not super easy stitching. So yeah, I hope for some easy stitching today because I don't know why, I just hope so. So we're going to see what I'm going to stitch on next. I have 3 in mind I would really like to stitch on. So this is my full coverage wheel. I don't know what it's looking like. It's blinking up in here. That's strange. Okay. This is my full coverage wheel, and we'll see what I'm going to stitch on next. It has not left out Mini Cinderella. That's cool. Dragon Dancer. Not one of the 3 I had in mind, but I go get the project and show you. So this is Dragon Dancer. The artwork is by Anne Stokes, and again it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I have stitched on this one during Arbitrary August a few times already. This is what it's going to look like, and I'm presently stitching on page number 12, so the first page on row number 2. And this is what it looks like right now. So it's stitched on a 32 count 2/110 stitch. The needle minder is just a magnet because it's broken. And yeah, I'm going to continue in here, probably taking a few colors over here on that side of the branch and completing it over the whole page. So we'll see how far I get. Normally this is a project where I can get a lot of stitches done in a day because the way I stitch it with cross country per page, it's kind of fast. So we'll see how far I get with that one. I won't get the page finish because that's a bit too much. But it would be nice to get really close to a page finish. So we'll see how far I can. I get started with stitching and see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Hey everyone, it's now Tuesday the 25th of August and we're getting closer to the end of August, and it's kind of sad because it's fun waking up not knowing what I'm going to stitch on and then letting an app decide. So it's kind of cool, but I'm also looking forward to stitching on the same project for a few more days in a row to get more progress in the one time I stitch on it, because I stitch some more days on it. So I'm here to show you my progress on yesterday's project, Dragon Dancer. Artwork is by Anne Stokes, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And the last 2 times I worked on it, I was close to 1,000 stitches. This time I managed more than 1,000 stitches because I did 1,001 stitch. So yay! I mostly worked on this side and completed the colors on this side. The last color I worked on, I finished on the left side of the tree, but not here on the right because, as I said, I had a lot of stitches already done. It was late in the evening, and today I had to work, so I had to go to bed. Over here on this side, there are only 2 colors missing. In here, I think 6 or 7. So this side of the page means some more stitching, but yeah, I'm happy with what I've done. As you can see up in here, I finished a bigger block or a bigger part that is now completely done with no missing stitches anymore. The page starts about here, so that's kind of cool. The page break to the next page down here is around here, so I have a few stitches down here left, but not a lot. And as I said, on this side of the page there's a bit more left, and I will feather into the next page over here, which I already did with a few stitches last time as well. This is stitched on a 32 count linen 2/110 stitch. Yeah, happy with where I am with that one. I'm getting closer to my year-end goal, which is cool. Okay, let's see what I'm going to work on today. Again, I have 2 or maybe 3 in mind. I would really like to stitch on, but we're going to see. So this is my full coverage wheel. Let's see what I'm going to stitch on. And the chimney sweep. Okay, I get the project and then I show you. So this is the chimney sweep. It's charted by Golden Kite, and this year I have not yet stitched on it. The reason for that is that the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group, they have a challenge with 5 tiers. Each tier has 5 national parks, so overall 25 national parks. And for each national park you have to do 4,000 stitches or 8,010 stitches. I decided to finish Mini Winter Rose and use all of my stitches on those national parks, which means I started one park, finished Mini Winter Rose. During this park, I think I had about 1,900 stitches left on Mini Winter Rose, and then it was done. So my year-end goal on the chimney sweep is to finish that park up. That means my year-end goal on this one are about 6,100 something stitches. I couldn't stitch on it for quite a long time because I first had to finish Mini Winter Rose to know exactly how many stitches I have to do on this one. Mini Rose is now done and I can start making progress on this one. Not a lot because only 6,000 stitches. Nevertheless, I'm looking forward to final stitch on it. So this is where I'm at with that one. You probably won't see a lot. This is 25 count light blue even weave, and I'm stitching 2/110 stitch, and this one I'm stitching extreme cross country. There's still a thread parked in here. Those pages, or this row of pages, does not have a lot of white because I'm somewhere in here. I will move over, I think, to one of the buildings down here, something like that, or maybe that's the building with the snow up. I'm not sure, but there's not a lot of this white color in here. As soon as I'm done with that white color, I'm going to move on to another white color. So yeah, not a lot of fun, but I'm looking forward to starting on this one The needleminder is from Denker Designs. I did not say that. Down here, as I said, not a lot of stitches of this color I still have on my needle. Nevertheless, I'm going to completely finish it over the whole piece until I start with the next color, which probably means today not a whole lot of stitches because I have to count a lot for probably 1 or 2 stitches and then count a lot again. And I'm like the type of girl, count 5 times, stitch once. So, and after stitching, count again. So that takes a lot of time. So we'll see how far I get on this one and how good you can see progress next time I show you. But I'm hoping to maybe finish the color and start with the next one. That would be really cool. And then I would start filling up in the top a lot because it's the next background color. And actually the color that is used a bit more often than this one. But I started with the first color in the top left corner, which also was the color in the top right corner. So that's the whole width of the pattern, which is cool. But yeah, that's that one. And I'm going to get started with counting. And then I show you tomorrow morning what I have done. So yeah, see you then and bye. And I'm back on Wednesday, the 26th of August. And as you might see with my outfit, the weather has changed. It's super stormy, super rainy outside, it's super cold. We're getting fall. But that's fine. That should mean I get more stitches in because with the warm weather, I don't like how the thread feels, how the fabric feels. I want to spend time outside. So we'll see if I get some more stitches in. Yesterday, I worked on the chimney sweep by Golden Kite. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And it's been the first time this year I stitched on this one. With saying that I should get more stitches in during the fall season, I reached my daily stitch count goal of 630 stitches, but not a lot more. I finished the thread and that's it. So I'm not sure if you can see the difference. It's stitched on a 25 count even weave in light blue, 2/110 stitch. I reached over here at the bottom of the pattern, and yeah, you see all the threads through that I traveled over on the back. But that's fine, they're going to stitched over with when all the other colors are being stitched. So I finished my first color and then I started the next one up in here. The first color I stitched with, so the one you saw yesterday and the one I finished yesterday, was a blended color. Now I'm stitching with a solid color that's part of the blended color I stitched before. Therefore, you probably won't see any difference and you just see a bit more stitches. Over here I started in the top and brought this color over in probably the top 20 rows and not even to the complete opposite side. I stopped somewhere in here. So yeah, you probably won't see a lot of difference. I can bring it a bit closer, but yeah, as I said, probably not a lot of difference. All those single stitches down here were more than 100 stitches, I think 160 or something like that. So up in here there are about 500 stitches more, but yeah, as I said, over the whole or nearly the whole width of the pattern and 20 stitches high. So yeah, you probably don't see a lot of difference. The needleminder is from Denker Designs, but yeah, I can't wait to get back to this one. Now stitching with a solid color is kind of nice because I can use the loop method to anchor my thread. That's nice. But yeah, you probably won't see a lot of difference until I start with some really different colors and maybe some grayer colors or I don't know, something up in here. I just picked the next color in the first block that's still missing, so that's why there will be a lot of white in the beginning. You probably can see that first tower thing already, because that will be over here where not a lot of white stitches are. Down here, that's where the snow is lying. on the top. So yeah, that's it. Okay, now I'm going to spin my wheel what I'm going to stitch on today so that I can get started with stitching. Again, there are a few projects I hoped for, one especially, but we'll see. Norwegian ship under sail is the project that's been spun. Directly next to it, that one where it hovered a bit above, that was the one I really hoped for. But Norwegian ship under sail is fine as well. I go get the project and then show you. So this is Norwegian ship under sail, the small edition, also charted by Golden Kite. This is what it's going to look like, and I'm presently stitching on the first page in the second row, so this page over here, which is, well, mostly background except for a few stitches down in the flag. So this is where I'm at with this one. The first 2 pages are already done and the ship is started in the smallest bit. And as I said, I'm stitching on this page down here. I stitched this one in columns, so I will continue with this column, and I think finishing this next column would mean I get my 630 stitch count goal done. It's full cross, so it takes a bit longer than other projects, but I still hope I can manage to do that today. This is stitched on an 18 count antique white Aida, 2/1 full cross, and the needleminder is from Denka Designs. So yeah, I go get stitching because I really like this project and would like to get some more progress in. So hopefully for a column finish, and maybe I can start the next one. That would be so amazing, but we'll see. So okay, I'm go get stitching, and I wish you have a wonderful day, and see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Good morning, everyone. It's now Thursday, the 27th of August, which means I have 4 full coverage stitching days left in Arbitrary August and 1 non-full coverage stitching day. But in those 4 full coverage stitching days, I really hope one project gets called, because it has not yet been called, so I have not yet stitched on in August. All the other full coverage projects I have stitched on already, at least once, most of them more times. So yeah, I'm hoping for one that has not yet been called. Maybe not today, because with late shifts, I have one today, I normally don't get a lot of stitching in, because in the morning I tend to sleep in because I need to be awake in the evening while working. And so normally I get around 1 or 2 hours before work and 1 or 2 hours after work. So that means I probably won't get my stitch count goal of 630 stitches in with late shifts. So yesterday I had a late shift as well, when I worked on Norwegian ship under sail, the small edition charted by Golden Kite. That's what it's going to look like when it's done, and I show you where I got to. I did not get my 630 stitches in. I did about 400, so I started this column. I filled, especially in the top part, I filled a lot in. There are only 4 colors, I think, missing now for the rest. But that was just not possible. It was midnight already when I went to bed, so yeah, not happening. Still, I'm happy with what I did, especially up in here. There was a lot of confetti, so I did stitch that and finish that part. And now, as I said, only 4 colors for the rest. So next time I stitch on that, I probably will get a lot of stitches quite fast in here, and then I can move into the next column. Yeah, it's stitched on 18 count, 2/1 full cross. The needleminder is from Denka Designs. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now with everything. So the 3rd page I'm presently on, which is cool. Okay, that's Norwegian ship under sail. As I said, not as much as I would have hoped, but was to be expected. So let's see what I'm going to stitch on today and probably not get my goal done. Here we go with my full coverage wheel. Oh, Mini Katie and Cruncher. Even though it's a day with late shift, I know that with this one, for my year-end goal, I have less stitches left than I would need for my daily stitch count goal. So I'm going to spin the wheel once again. I'm first going to stitch on Mini Katie and Cruncher until I have reached my year-end goal, and then I move on to the next project, whichever that is, and we'll see what that one's going to be. 4 seasons. I get both projects and then I show you. Okay, so this is Mini Katie and Cruncher. I have an Unearthed Designs piece. The artwork is by Hannah Lynn. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is where I'm at with that one. And I'm presently stitching in this column. I do not have a lot of confetti stitches left. Thereafter, it's just black and filling in the column. So I just looked it up. I have 479 stitches still missing. Probably around 2 or 3 hours. With a lot of luck, I should get it done before work, and after work I can move to the next one. This one is stitched on a 25 count 2/1 10 stitch. The needleminder is from Denkai Designs, and yeah, that's how far I'm at with that one. Really happy. I won't get this column done, I'm quite sure about that. But making good progress and starting with the black, so it will look like a bit more. And then it will go away for the rest of the week if I get those 479 stitches done. So yeah, hoping for that. And as soon as I have done those, I will move to 4 seasons. Also charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Yasagerka. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. With this one, I'm working in the top 20 rows over the whole width of the pattern. So this is where this one is at right now. It's also stitched on the 25 count, but 1/1 full cross, and the needleminder is from Denkai Designs as well. Those last 150 stitches, the rest till my stitch count goal of 630 after I finished Mini Katie and Cruncher, should get me this 20 on 20 block finished, and then next time I stitch on this one I can move into the next block, because as I said, I stitched 20 rows over the whole width of the pattern, but in blocks of 20 by 20 to just make it easier for the eyes and for counting, stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully finishing that block, maybe moving into the next one, maybe just leaving it with that. I hope I will get to this piece. As I just said, 630 are a lot of stitches with late shift. And as you saw with Norwegian Ship and a Sail, I just did 411 stitches, I think it was, which would not even get me the year-end goal on Mini Katie and Cruncher. So I hope I will get to 4 seasons and get some good progress in there as well. But we'll see about that. I go start stitching to hopefully finish the first project, at least for the year. And yeah, I see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Hi everyone. It's now Friday, the 28th of August, and I'm here with my last full coverage project for this video and this week. So, but first, let's start with my project yesterday, or my projects, because yesterday I worked on 2 projects. The first one that was fun with the Tiny Decisions app was Mini Katie and Cruncher. Artwork is by Hannah Lynn and charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I show you where I got to. I finished my year-end goal on this one, which means this one will not come out until 2021, which sounds super strange. But here is where I'm at with that one now. I finished all the colors in this column, and then started filling in with the black. I think I did about 150 black stitches, something like that. And after I reached my 8,000 stitches over the whole year, so the 479th stitch yesterday, I stopped. And yeah, that's where I'm at and will be at for the rest of the year. As I said yesterday, 25 count 2 over 110 stitch needleminder is from Danka Designs. And yeah, super happy that I finally finished my first full coverage project, or the first goal on my full coverage project. It's already the end of August, so it's time to start completing the goals I set myself in the beginning of the year. Yeah, that's where she's at. She's beautiful so far. I really like the colors. They are definitely more muted on camera. They are more vibrant here in real life. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Bring it over closer. The column I've done. Happy with that one. So after I finished that one, I actually managed to do that before work. As I said, I had a late shift yesterday. So after work, I think I stitched for 1.5 hours. I worked on 4 seasons. Arbitrary August by Jesse Gerke, also charted by Heaven and Love Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And did not prepare that one. That was a mistake. This is where I got to. So I just finished this 20 by 20 block. That gave me already more than 200 stitches. And I think my episode ran for another 10 minutes. So I did, I think, 2 colors in the next block. And yeah, that's it. This one is stitch 25 count 1 over 1 full cross. The needleminder is from Danka Designs. And both projects together got me a bit more than 700 stitches yesterday. So super happy. As I said yesterday, with late shifts, that normally does not happen. I bring this one a bit closer, the part I did. So yeah, it's super cool how far I've already got with that one. So yeah, let's see what I'm going to work on today. If Mini Katie and Cruncher gets spun again, I'm just going to spin the wheel again, because I'm not taking it out. This is my wheel for all my full coverage projects, and it's still a whip. It's just the year-end goal has been reached. So yeah, let's see what I'm going to stitch on next, or for today. The chimney sweep. I go get the project and then show you. So this is the chimney sweep. It's charted by Golden Kite. And this one I'm stitching extreme cross country with starting with those colors in the top left corner first. Therefore it's a lot of white. That's why I'm stitching it on a light blue even weave, because otherwise I would go crazy. It's a 25 count and I'm stitching 2 over 110 stitch. This is the whole piece. The last stitch, which also is in the last row, is down here. And that's the width of the pattern. So yeah, not a really big one. Nevertheless, kind of annoying. So the needleminder is from Danka Designs, and I'm presently stitching up in here with my second color. The first color is already done. I told you that before already in this video, that I'm now stitching a very similar color. And yeah, I have no idea how many of those I have left. I think quite a few, so probably not be able to finish that color, but it should be kind of fast stitching, just because it's a solid color. I can use the loop start. It's only one color, not confetti. So we'll see how far I get and how many stitches I can do for my late shift later on. So now I'm going to get stitching, get some good progress into my project, and yeah, I see you tomorrow morning to show you what I've done and also show you my travel stitching. Bye! Hi everyone! It's now Saturday the 29th of August, which means I'm going to upload this video today. So I'm going to show you my travel stitching and stuff I'm going to stitch on today, and thereafter I'm going to end this video and upload. First of all, we're going to start with what I stitched on yesterday, and that's the last full coverage project for this video. So it was the chimney sweep charted by Golden Kite. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm stitching this one extreme cross country, therefore you can't see a lot. So this is what it looks like right now. I don't know if you can see a lot of difference. I stitched in one of those white colors. There are actually 2 of them in there, and I finished the 2 top rows of pages with that color, which means I finished the top half of the pattern with that color. So mostly I stitched in here and over here quite a lot. But yeah, as I said, there's not a whole lot of difference. It's all white. It's stitched on a 25 count 2/1 10 stitch. The needle minder is from Denkai Designs. So yeah, I stitched a lot over here. I moved down here into one of those, okay, you can see a lot, into one of those buildings, a bit more down here. And yeah, next step is to move into the lower half of the pattern, and there's a bit in those houses over here, but not a whole lot. So yeah, quite soonish being done with this color. So that's where I'm at right now. It's difficult with those extreme cross country things to see some progress, but that's just the way it is. I'm happy with what I did. I again did a bit more than my daily stitch count, so that's great. I wanted to do 2 more lengths of thread that would probably have finished the color, but I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore, so not really good for stitching. So I decided to leave it. And next time I stitch on this one, I hopefully get some more progress in. Okay, next I show you my travel stitching. And last time I worked on the Tiny Stockings Ornaments. It's a kit by Busilla, and the last time I worked on this lighthouse over here. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And I finished it. So since last time I filled in all this white, that length of green, and then I started backstitching. As you can see, there's a lot of backstitching in there. There are a few French knots down here in Snowman and up here in the lighthouse. I did those, and yeah, that's that one. Those are tiny scraps of 14 count Aida, 4 inches high, 3.5 inches wide, and yeah, really tiny stockings, but super cute. So that's that one. After I finished that one, I moved on to the snowman down in here. So I show you a picture of what that looked like last time here. And I actually finished this one as well. This one was super annoying because, as you can see, there's a whole lot of white stitching on white, which is never fun. I did those French knots. He has different sized eyes. Up in here, those French knots are not perfect either, but I'm fine with that. French knots will never be my favorite thing. I will never be able to do them 100% correct and beautiful and stuff like that. Just the way it is. So yeah, I'm fine with how they look. Down here, I stitched on this one at work, and so a colleague and I decided this is a bird. We were not sure what it is. We decided it is a bird. So yeah, that's that. Okay, after I finished that one, the next one that I'm going to stitch on, I have to find it, and I don't. Oh, here it is that one in here. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So this one is not done yet. But I only have a few of those red dots around here. And then again, a whole lot of white for the rest of the flowers. And thereafter, there's a ton of backstitching in here. All those leaves are going to be backstitched, and the flower itself, each flower petal is going to be backstitched in the middle, those darker pinks and the yellows. Each square is completely rounded with backstitching, so there's a whole lot of backstitching in this one. But looking forward to stitching on this one some more and getting it hopefully done, but I doubt it. We have 3 days without today, actually only 2 days of August left. Thereafter we have September, and on the 1st of September the new part for Grimm's Fairy Tale cell will be released. So I'm going to stitch on that one first, and those will be packed away. If I finish the September part of the Grimm's Fairy Tale cell during September and there's still some time left, those will come out again. But until then, I don't think I will be able to finish that one in 2 days. Especially because tomorrow there probably is no treble stitching for me. So I actually only have 1 day, and that's probably not going to happen. Okay, let's start with what I'm going to stitch on today. As always, on my non-full coverage days, I stitch on Temperature Garden by Stitchin' Mommy. To get that one up to date, I show you where I'm at with that. Here we go. This is stitched on a 28 count 1/1 full cross. I have finished that flower over here. So I probably will start the last 2 flowers of August, and therefore finish all the back stitching and stuff. And yeah, so that's that one. Needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft. Yeah, looking forward for this one. It's probably getting kind of blue again because it got really cold. So yeah, that's going to be the first thing I'm going to stitch on today until I'm up to date. So probably around 2 or 3 hours. And thereafter, I'm going to stitch on one non-full coverage piece. As always, in 3 of those projects, if those get chosen, I spin again because I can't stitch on them anymore. For example, Temperature Garden, I stitch on that one anyway till it's up to date. Grimm's Fairy Tale cell is up to date, I can't stitch on that one anymore. And Cylinder Rags to Riches, I have reached my year-end goal, so I'm not stitching on that one anymore. So let's see what I'm going to stitch on instead. Lilac Fairy. I go get the project and then I show you. So this is Lilac Fairy. It's a kit by Vavaco. My original goal was to finish this one this year. I highly doubt that that's going to work out because I'm not yet 50% done. But I show you where I'm at here. This is Lilac Fairy. She's stitched on a 14 count light lilac or pale lilac, 2/1, except for this background over here that's stitched 1/1 to give it some nice texture. Last time I stitched on this one, I decided to stitch a bit more in her face and her hair to get that done a bit more. If I get that done or get a good amount of that done, I might go into her wing over there. But yeah, that's her. I kind of want to finish the butterfly as well, so we'll see about that. That's her. I hope to get really good progress in. Would be really nice to maybe start with the dress, even to finish the wing, finish all of her, and then start with the dress, but I think that's a bit much. But we'll see. I really like stitching on her, and I would really like to get a good amount done on her. Oh, I forgot to mention, the needleminder over here I got from 123 Stitch. So here we go. I first want to tell you about my September plans. I totally forgot that. For September, I decided to go for a supersized September. I have a lot of big projects, full coverage, everything is full coverage this year. So I have a lot of big full coverage pieces and I have a lot of smaller ones. So I decided to divide them into 2 categories. The big category is projects with more than 250,000 stitches. So I have 4 projects in there. 4 Seasons, Dragon Dancer, Supersized Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale, and Supersized Max Color Cliffhanger. Those 4 are in my big category. And then I have a small category, which of course is then 250,000 stitches or less. And in there I have Story Keep the Frog Prince, Norwegian Ship Under Sail, Mini Cinderella, The Chimney Sweep, Colorado Mountains, and Mini Magic Mirror. Mini Katie and Cruncher is another project I have, but I have yet already reached my year-end goal, so that one is out. I decided to go with my non-full coverage days. Those are Wednesdays in September. And thereafter have 3 rotations, 3 2-day rotations until the next non-full coverage stitching day. The first 2 rotations will be a big project, and the third rotation will be a small one. I have made some wheels again in the Tiny Decisions app, and I'm going to spin them. So today I decided to spin with you for the 1st of September, which is Tuesday. It's only one day, but I'm going to do a small project on that one. And thereafter I'm going to spin together with you 2 big projects for Thursday, Friday, the first project, and the second project for Saturday and Sunday. I think I'm coming back on Saturday to film again. Nevertheless, I decided to already spin that project if I come back on Sunday or Monday. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to spin them all and then bring all those projects out and show you. So yeah, let's get started with the small one. As I said, those 6 projects are in there. And I'm first on Tuesday going to stitch on Mini Magic Mirror. That's super cool because during Arbitrary August it has not yet been chosen. So there are still 2 full coverage stitching days left in August, but nevertheless, this one I have not yet stitched on. So let's see for the big ones. Only those 4 projects. The first one I'm going to stitch on Thursday and Friday is Dragon Dancer, and we're going to spin for Saturday and Sunday. Supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I get all those projects and then I show you. Okay, first of all, the small one, Mini Magic Mirror. Artwork is by Anne Stokes. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And here is where I'm at. I'm hoping for a page finish kind of soon. This is stitched on a 28 count 2/1 10 stitch. The needleminder is from Denkai Designs. And yeah, here we go. Happy with that one. Looking forward to stitch on this one again. It's been ages. I think March or April I stitched on this one last. So it's nice that this one's coming out again on Tuesday. So only for one day, but better than nothing. Then on Thursday and Friday, I'm going to stitch on Dragon Dancer, artwork also by Anne Stokes, and again charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And also with this one, I'm hoping for a page finish kind of soon, because this is where I'm at. And yeah, I'm stitching on this page down here, so not a whole lot left on that one. This is stitched on a 32 count linen, a 2/1 10 stitch, and the needleminder only a magnet. So yeah, that's where that one is. As well, looking for a page finish. That's nice to get some page finish in September. That would be cool. So looking forward to that. And the third project I'm stitching on Saturday and Sunday. As I said, not sure if I'm going to have stitched on it until I come back next or not, but we're going to see that. Will be Supersized Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale, artworks by Amy Stewart, and also charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This one is full of details, and I'm up here in the corner, I think presently at 0.5% or even less. So a whole lot to do on this one, and also for my year-end goal, still a whole lot to do on that one. But this is where I'm at right now. This is stitched 40 count 1/110 stitch. Needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft. Happy New Year, because this was my new year, new start. And I'm presently stitching in this block up in here. So yeah, hoping to finish that diagonal at least, and hopefully even finishing the next one. That would be really cool. I'll bring it a bit closer because the stitches are so tiny. I have to bring it a bit closer for you to see any details. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that one. So that's my first week of September. For the non-full coverage days, I have not yet decided what I'm going to do. If I'm going to decide to finish some goals on full coverage pieces, or if I'm actually going to stitch on non-full coverage stuff and then on stuff I like to stitch on. We're going to see about that. As I said, not yet decided on it. We'll see. It can change during September as well. So that's kind of my September plan. And that's it for the video. I think it's long enough. I might be close to an hour. But nevertheless, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing all the different projects during the week. And yeah, I will be back, as I said, Saturday or Monday. The first part of the video still will be a vlog style video for the first few days, and thereafter I'm going to continue with my normal update video. So yeah, we'll see about that. I hope you have had a wonderful time and will continue to have a wonderful time. I hope you get a lot of stitching in. Yeah, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.